Hello and welcome back to the Ultra Films YouTube channel. My name is Evan. I am the producer here. We're here to talk to you about Young Justice, episode 25, Over and Out. What a tough episode. Holy cow. We left off with General Zod and Lord Zod defeating the rest of the League and the rescue team still in the zone, and everybody incapacitated or incapable of doing things, and Connor was almost dead, and things did not look good. Things are looking worse. Let's just put it that way. They're still on Trombus to start. Ultimately, Lord Zod convinces General Zod, because they don't have a child technically in the lineage of this. Technically, his mother is still hasn't given birth to him or even knows she's pregnant. I think chronologically that's the case. They don't necessarily remember having a child either. If not, it's probably, they could probably explain the plot hole that's created there by them having zone sickness and not remembering their child being released from the zone for whatever reason. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but it's a very weird development where General Zod and his mother, Ursa, don't know that they even have a kid. They are very confused at first, ask him to recite the House of Zod little statement thing that's about willpower, and ultimately decide, oh yeah, we can trust this guy, he is our son, let's follow him. They decide to boom tube to Earth to get them powered up after being in the zone, and then coming out into a red sun planet where they're weakened. They say, let's go to Earth, and so they decide to boom tube there. They make Danny chase the Kaiser Thrall, teleport them there. They have to shut the boom tube to the Phantom Zone in order to do so, because he doesn't have enough power to do two boom tubes at once. And ultimately, they end up going to Earth, into Superman's Fortress of Solitude. They just decide that's where they're gonna go. And then General Zod orders Ma'alefak and the Kaiser Thrall to open up a boom tube back into the Phantom Zone to get the rest of the Kryptonians out. And while that's all happening, they go into these little chambers where they're charging up their power. The rescue team confronts the rest of the Kryptonians trying to leave through the boom tube, and the rest of the team that was incapacitated back on Trombus is in Bioship with Kid Flash running on the cosmic treadmill and Forager Green Lantern powering their way through space to get back to Earth quickly. They end up getting there a little bit late, way too late honestly, but they get there fairly quickly regardless. But too much has happened on Earth with the Zods. Ursa gets very frustrated and demands to get more power, that they cannot wait to, reach their maximum potential. And the Eye of Ekron is somehow up Lord Zod's sleeve, and it chooses Ursa to be their wielder, and so that makes her even more deadly and more of a threat. General Zod already is the threat we know him as, same with Lord Zod, but now she has the Eye of Ekron and magical abilities on her side, which is not good for the rest of the team. Bioship ends up getting blown up and crashes. The rest of the team is all, again, incapacitated. Again. The only one that doesn't, they all survive the crash, I assume, but the only one that stands after the Bioship has crashed is Superman. He's the only one to stand up to Zod. Zod tells him that he doesn't want to fight him, that he wants him to help him rule the galaxy. Superman politely refuses that, and then Ma'alefak uses the kryptonite that Dick gave to Zod, not on purpose, but tried to use against Zod. He uses that and pins it to Superman's chest, so he's incapacitated as well with kryptonite, and things just look awful. Meanwhile, in the Phantom Zone, they're halfway in between the zone and reality, And they send Dick to go through on the other side to see where the boom tomb goes. He ends up in Superman's Fortress of Solitude and tries to damage the machines that the two machines that Zods were using to power up. He blows them up, however, at the cost of his own life. I really hope that this is not actually his end. I know Batman and Oliver Queen and other very tactical DC characters learn and train themselves how to stop their own heartbeat. Lord Zod confirms his death by just listening to his heartbeat, so my hope is that Dick is okay and that he's not dead. However, we get another horrible, tragic reveal inside the boom tube as they're defending it. They do ultimately keep the Kryptonians locked up outside of, obviously, Lord Zod's parents. They keep all the rest of the Kryptonians locked away. However, they escape back through the magic portals. Zatanna, Tigress, and Calder escape. However, Rocket does not. And Rocket is stuck in the boom tube as it closes because Danny Chase can't keep it open forever. And so you have Superman, who's on the verge of death, with kryptonite attached to his chest. Dick is incapacitated, knocked out, possibly dead. And now Rocket is missing, and we have no idea where she is or what this... It's presumed that she's gone. Like, gone. So not very good. Plus, the rest of the team that's on this mission trying to stop this all from happening is knocked out, unconscious, after Bioship got knocked out. And the one person who could maybe stop Connor, who is still on Zod's side, is McGann, and she's knocked out as well. So she is going to probably have to brain blast them. And that's the only way that Superman will live. And hopefully this is such a hard episode to cover because so much happens, but also, like, I don't want to let go of these two. You know what I mean? I don't want to see them go. So hopefully, I'm hoping for the best that Rocket is okay. Maybe she got dragged out by Metron. That's a possibility. I don't know where he is, but he was seemingly pretty concerned about the fate of this universe, and he knows what Zod could ultimately accomplish if he succeeds here in killing Superman, and that, you know, he understands the numbers behind what's going on because of his chair and his extensive knowledge. I would hope that he is the one who pulled her out, maybe, that he's with Razor and the other Green Lanterns, and that they have help on the way. Fingers crossed. Double crossed. Yeah, because there's almost no escaping it. And what's worse is Connor has to, even if he chooses not to kill Superman, he's in a public space with Lord Zod, General Zod, and Ursa Zod, who is the Emerald Empress. So he has all of that against him. And Superman can't help in the slightest because he has kryptonite stuck to him, making him sick, killing him. So even if Connor chooses not to, he doesn't have any way to fight off all three of them, and it's gonna be in public. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. I'm very concerned for him as well. It for Superman and for Superboy. Yeah, they're like literally in the middle of what would be Times Square, but in Metropolis, like the big old focal point center of the city in Metropolis, and they're live on television about to execute Superman. And I really think the only thing that could stop Connor at this point is McGann, and I don't know. It's not looking good. I'm hoping Bruce shows up, because he's the only other person I trust to stop any of this. Bruce Wayne, Batman, I am very concerned. We've only got one episode left of this show before the end of the season. So this is episode 25. We've got 26 So much is up in the air. I am very scared for a handful of characters, and I'm already worried about these two and their what's actually going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm hoping for the best out of this finale. Obviously, I think we are gonna have to accept some of these losses, which sucks. But it's not over till it's over. So we have one episode left. Let's hope for the best, guys. And I will see you when I do that review. Until then, take care of yourselves. Don't get too worked up over these guys. They'll be alright. I hope. Until then.